Avengers Campus is one of the most popular lands at Disney's California Adventure Park and in Walt Disney Studios at Disneyland Paris. So why hasn't it been brought to Walt Disney World? In fact, given that the Avengers are Marvel's most popular characters, and Marvel is of course owned by Disney, why are they not only nowhere to be found in general at Walt Disney World, but they actually can be found next door at Universal Studios Orlando, aka Disney's biggest competitor? The answer to this question involves a complicated contract from the 90s, Six Flags, and the Mississippi River, so let's jump in. This is 1994. Marvel is not owned by Disney at this point. They're an independently run company, so acquiring the rights was fairly easy for Universal. And remember, everything at this point in time was based on Marvel Comics. The MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, did not exist yet. So, Universal is able to secure the theme park licensing rights to Marvel characters. But this was done through a fairly complicated contract that had a lot of stipulations that still apply today. Number one, this contract had no expiration date. The second is that the rights were split down the Mississippi River, so there were rights for east of the Mississippi and rights for west of the Mississippi. Universal did purchase the rights to both coasts, but that did not automatically mean that they got access to every Marvel character. The stipulation was that they got access to the families of the characters that they actually enacted in a theme park within that region. So for example, if Universal was using Captain America in any way in Orlando, then east of the Mississippi, they would retain the rights to Captain America himself, Captain America adjacent characters like Peggy Carter, and the family of characters that Captain America is part of according to the comics. In this case, that would be the Avengers. So the rights were very dependent on which characters they actually implemented and if they were implemented at Universal Studios Hollywood or Universal Studios Orlando. The last part of this contract was not broken down by the Mississippi River. Instead, it said that Universal Studios got exclusive rights to use the name Marvel for theme park marketing purposes across the entire US. In 2008, the Marvel Cinematic Universe officially kicks off with the first Iron Man movie, and in 2009, Disney purchases Marvel. Now remember, as of 2007, Universal Studios Hollywood wasn't using Marvel characters anymore. So when Disney purchased Marvel, they got access to the rights west of the Mississippi. 4 years later, in 2013, we see Marvel be introduced to the Disney parks for the first time in Disneyland. In Innoventions in Tomorrowland, an exhibit called Iron Man Tech presented by Stark Industries opened. Interestingly, in 2015, we actually see Marvel introduced at Walt Disney World in Disney Springs. Since this was only a merchandise location that was not located in a theme park, did not have any attractions or character meet and greets, it didn't violate any of the restrictions they experienced because of Marvel Superhero Island. But you will note that this store was called Superhero Headquarters, because remember, Universal got exclusive rights to use the word Marvel. That is why, when in 2021 Avengers Campus opened at Disneyland, it was called Avengers Campus, not Marvel Campus. Disneyland can use any characters that they want, create any attractions, have any meet and greets, but they cannot use the word Marvel.